We're in summertime. It's been hot. We've broken temperature readings all across the West over the last 3 weeks. The rapidly growing hawk fires burned over 15,000 acres near Reno, Nevada. And obviously, it did force the widespread evacuations across the northern part of that state. Tens of thousands of residents were asked to leave their homes. And officials unfortunately say the fire was human caused.
Fox Weather senior correspondent Robert Ray is on the ground in Reno with the latest. Robert, what are you seeing today as the morning is opened up? You've got a crisp blue sky behind you, but just charred ground.
Yeah, it is a charred landscape here as temps are on the rise, windy conditions, and the wind is what really escalated the situation over the weekend, guys. But the good news is we're at 85% containment. This fire, as a whole, is over. And they are working to get 100% containment. We'll find that out later today at a press conference. But I want to show you something. Look over there on the ridge. That's where essentially the fire began on Saturday. And I'm told by eyewitness accounts from not only police, but locals that within 40 minutes, that fire, because of the winds, came down and just scorched, this commercial structure in front of us, and then moved into neighborhoods in the distance where, unfortunately, over 45 structures, residential homes, have been totally ruined. Look at the video that we captured over the course of the past couple days in the aftermath of this tragedy, the hawk fire. Over 15,000 acres burned. Nearly 50 structures, residential structures, completely incinerated. Thankfully, no deaths. Those 7 people with injuries. Firefighters at one point totaled nearly 900 on the ground, including all the way from Australia to help out with trying to stomp out this issue here in Reno, a place that so many people know, not far from Lake Tahoe. Now, we also have seen so many evacuations. A lot of those people have been allowed back into their neighborhoods that were not affected, but potentially could be. Others are still waiting to get back into some of the compromised neighborhoods because of safety. There are new power lines and power poles being put in by the utility company because over 100 of them were burned. There was natural gas issues, so they shut some of that off, and now they are beginning to slowly turn that back up. Major roadways like 395 is reopened, though some of the roadways leading into the fire zone still blocked by National Guard and police for safety reasons. There is a serious investigation going on right now as to the causes. We do know that it is human cause, but whether or not it was an accident or arson, we're still waiting to hear. Listen to the sheriff.
So here's what I can tell you, that you and I were just talking about this. Both his investigator and our detectives are actively working on it. I appreciate and we want to thank the community for the tips that are coming in, and they are still coming in. We have not identified somebody, but we are actively working and using all of the tools that we have to our advantage to identify those individuals. So I know there's some videos out there. Keep sending it in. That's what I would ask the community. If you've heard of anything, please call that in. Let us know. Either call Turkey Meadows or the sheriff's office, because we want to identify who it was and then determine, was it accidental, was it intentional? We want to find that out just as bad as everybody else does. So thank you for the tips. Please keep them coming in.
They will get to the bottom of this. Federal officials, local officials working together. Meanwhile, all of the scorched earth and the dust that blows and the odors. Guys, a shocking perspective here. Over 51,000 wildfires across the United States just in 2026. Now, not all of them, clearly, at this scale or what's going in Texas. But it just puts into perspective how serious it is and how much man and women power it takes to snuff these out. When you think about it, there have just been so many active scenarios with the dry conditions. Remember the winter out here, even though we had a big snow dump in February here in the Sierras. Look, the Rockies and the Sierras were well below average. And that is, affecting some of the moisture that sits down below the surface of the soil. The grasses that just fall apart when you touch them, and the winds kick up, and anything can spark these fires. So super important for everybody to stay vigilant. Don't be throwing cigarettes out your windows. Be careful. If you're in a shooting range, sparks off guns, you name it, anything can go. investigation continues. And the poor people who have lost everything here, you just got to feel for them. And we hope that they get the aid and the help and insurance in the coming days and weeks. Back to you.
Robert, great report. We appreciate it. You're right. The fuels are so receptive right now because of the lack of rain and snow that they've got. Robert Ray near Reno, Nevada. Thanks a lot, Robert. Appreciate it. It's our senior correspondent out there.